Hello everybody and welcome to this short video on note-taking. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to explain the rationale for note-taking in coaching sessions. Then I will give you a structure and a graphic that will teach you how to take notes and how to capture the essential information from a coaching session. Also, it's great practice at the end of each session to hand the notes to your client, your coachee, as a record of what you've been talking about, what they've been talking about. Also really good practice before you even start the coaching session to explain your taking notes, to explain further that they are for them, that they'll be getting the copy for them, but also to re-establish confidentiality. So why take notes? Well, number one, it really helps to capture the unfolding narrative. So as a coachee starts to speak, as they start to get into their story, they'll go deep, hopefully, prompted by you to really address the essential need of their situation, the drama of it, and what they need to do to fix it. It gives you an aide-memoire, allows you to spot the patterns, the repetitions, all the energy words, the themes. If you just try and listen without taking notes, as well as focusing on the coaching and what they're saying, it's really, really hard to hang on to everything. So taking notes is a really brilliant way of capturing all the key information. The other thing it does is it helps you track the move from think to feel to know. And that's what this graphic is going to do for you, the process that we use. Some people call it the snake. You'll see why in a minute. So it allows you to capture those energy words, which is really, really important. And also, where do they show up in the conversation? It's also going to help you identify the repetitions. Why do coachees say the same word or the same phrase over and over again, or words very similar, synonyms over and over again? It's because their unconscious is trying to tell them and you it's important. And also it highlights context, the essential theme that the coachee wants to address. If we haven't done coaching, if we haven't done context in the sessions that I've done with you so far, don't worry, we will. And context is the essence of an agenda, what a coachee really wants. So that's what this is going to be about. So here's my guide to how I take notes. First page, page number there, put the date there. It's always useful to have a capture of that. Just specific agenda, I'll put the coachee's name there, and then is it session 1, 2, 3, 4 of 4, or session 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of 6. It just helps to capture exactly where we are in the sessions. Then here with bullet points, just capture the agenda. And as we've talked about in our sessions, obviously we might need to probe that agenda and really try and get tight on what it is the coachee wants. But we want ultimately that space there to be the ultimate capture of what the coachee wants to address. And in that, there will be some words or phrases that have got more energy, that are more important. And as you probe that, you'll find them out. And that's what we call context. Again, I'll come back to that in the training session if I haven't covered it already. And when I pick it out, what I'll just use the next space on that first page is just to define context. So if they've used the word responsibility quite a lot, I'll say, okay, well, just can you give me a definition of your understanding of responsibility? And one of the videos you're going to see, one of the context words is viability. And the coach says, can you just define what viability means to you? It just helps them to get a deeper understanding of this essential theme, and also gives us some material to work with. So that's what we do for the first page for the agenda. And it might be a good idea for you to go back and listen to the recording of the demonstration video I did with Duncan that's on our YouTube channel. I can give you the link if you haven't got it. And try for yourself to capture his agenda. Okay, so that's the thing to do there. So after we've captured the agenda, we're going to now start to take notes around the situation. And this leads us to this process of capturing note-taking that some people call the snake. And as you can see, it descends. And that is very much a visual metaphor for a coachee descending to get closer and closer to their unconscious needs, worries, fears, impulses, desires. So, question 1, ask anything you like. Because really all roads lead to Rome. If they want to go there, they'll go there. It might help though to pick up something from the agenda and start to get that as your catalyst for talking about situation. but pretty much ask anything you like. Then they'll start to tell you all about their situation. And using these spikes here, we're capturing the essence of what it is they're saying. As they go forward, you'll start to see that feel will emerge if it's a big enough deal, if there's enough meat in this coaching agenda. If there's not, if you're just getting superficial material, it's probably not important enough for them to be coached about. So you might need to find something else for them to coach, or actually just stop coaching if they don't want to commit to it. But if they do want to commit to it, you'll usually find feel starting to emerge, a feeling word, a feeling phrase, an energy word. And at that point, question number 2, just pick up on the word, whatever it is, say, tell me more about that. So frustration, just tell me more and more about that. They'll start to let feel creep in a bit, but they might revert back to think if they don't feel fully safe enough to let go, and you're capturing the information. But then eventually they will, if they want to, start moving deeper into feel. And the more you create space and silence, the more that will happen. And then you'll get an opportunity with a big energy word to say, right, tell me more about that. Then, changing color now to move into the red pen, the feel pen, capture this information. It'll be slower, be more of a one-way conversation. So your job is just to sit back and listen. And then eventually you'll get to that point of knowing which says, if you don't want this, what do you want? This is all the impact phase here. And eventually the coaching should come to a point of saying, well, I really don't want this to keep on being my situation. So you can ask, if you don't want this, what do you want? And that takes you into the next phase, the responsibility, which is exploring, right, what are you, the coachee, going to do to change the situation? So that's a short video about notes. And there is another video coming, which actually captures a coaching session in this note form. Stay tuned.